Learn a lot with family menu. I learn a lot. La 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 la. I learn a lot with family menu. I learn a lot. La 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 la. I learn a lot with family menu. I learn a lot. La 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 la. I learn a lot with family menu. I learn a lot. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. That is what Alakowi always says. Who read Trial of Brother Jero? Hey, good morning, good morning, guru morning, guru morning. That's what Alakowi always says. You know, no say I don't. When I go no say I pass literature with A. When you hear A plus, A1, now I get for literature. Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy weekend, you. Weekend, Oloyin. Sorry, I know someone don't miss me. I am back in full force. When I go don't miss me, make no worry. Hey, I've been busy at work in fairness, and then obviously yesterday I was really, really busy. I was busy at work, plus I can't sit down. After I was less busy, something like that, sha. I kind of said I was watching until Aduni's show. Ifaniyi, good morning, good morning, good morning. Baba Oyedepo, oyi biribiri, ó kàn o. Oyi biribiri, ó kàn o. Oyi biribiri, ó kàn o. Ọ̀rọ̀ tá fẹ́ sọ láàárọ̀ yìí, ó kàn yín o, ó kàn o. Ẹ̀yin bàbá àkà yìí, ẹ̀yin bàbá iláyé bàjẹ́ yìí, oyi biribiri, ó kàn o. If you get family member wey dey work for Covenant University, I am why you dey now? Na only me fit try am now. You know say na only me. Na only me fit do. Na only me fit wake you up middle of the night. Hope you are not working later in the day. It's 8:56 here. I'm so sorry. Oyi biribiri, ó kàn Baba Oyedepo. Because na him get the business. When we tell una say una men of God, they are ruthless. When we tell you say your men and your women of God, they ruthless. When we tell you say your men and your women of God, they no get ankali. You know what they call ankali? If you know any Hausa person, anybody who understand Hausa, tell them they tell you the meaning of ankali. Wallahi, they no get ankali. When we tell you say your men and women of God, say they are destiny destroyers. They are future destroyers. When we talk and they go, what is your own? Wetin concern you? How can it be? You don't understand the things of the spirit. Now things of the spirit, now we won't come talk this morning. I don't do show on on Covenant University. You know that they are professor. That professor wake by. Say na beginning of this year. It be like na beginning of this year. Now I do the show. Beginning of this year, I mean last year or something like that. Where the man pay, where they no pay him anything. The man served for almost 18 and a half years. Of course, he's meant to get a big payout if he turned 19 years. If he had served up to 19 years. Now, so the commercial cabs over for his leg. As much as I want to say I pity the man, somehow I didn't pity him. Because when I go in pay himself. Oh, thank you, I am. That's quite encouraging. When I went on the man's page, on that professor's page, the late professor, when I went on his page, I see say the man, he himself, na religion versus religion, irọ́ parọ́ fúnrọ́, na all of them be. Today, may we not labor in, it's not even a prayer. We will not labor in vain, it's not a prayer. It is common sense. Okay? When you are working in an organization and they have nothing for your future. With all your contribution, your pension contribution, with all the you contributed pension, you pay tax as an employee, and when you want to leave a company, or when you are leaving the company, the gratuity that you are being paid. Okay, sorry. We can't watch. I did. What be the name? I came to come and watch a concert. Anyway, so my friends, we are all in a hotel. So my friends are just sending a message to me just to see what I'm up to. How can you serve somebody for so long, and your payout after all the years of service is just under £50? That's what it is. 102,000 naira. Now just barely under £50. I beg, no be juju be that. These are the now your men of God go gather all of una. They go say that they teach you a financial breakthrough. They are teaching you how to key into the kingdom, how to go into kingdom of prosperity. And yet, they are impoverishing you. Let me tell you something. I dey come this show this morning. You know, say I never do show for a few days now. Of course, I've been busy. We go farabale. We go analyze. We go farabale. We go analyze. I get the handbook. I go read the handbook. And you know, say me, I be former church member. Of course, I'm not going to be personal, but there are things we are going to talk about. You see, if you are an employee, forget about this. It's not just limited to just Covenant University now. If you are an employee, irrespective of where you are across the globe, okay? If you are an employee, you see your employment contract. If you are used to my show, you will know I always hammer it. You see your employment contract is very, very important. Before you sign up, before you put that your golden signature to a job contract, make sure you read your employment contract. Okay? Exactly. Make sure you read your employment contract. Make sure you read it very, very well. If you don't read your employment contract, you want me to be honest with you? You see, we just call out all these men of God and God of men and all the nonsense that they call themselves. We are calling them out. You see, you cannot talk about the men of God. You cannot talk about the employer without talking about the employee. Okay? It's just like when we talk about the churches. You can't talk about the men of God, women of God, without talking about their followers. Except we want to lie to ourselves. Okay? That is when we would only talk about the men of God and leave the followers that are as liable as the men of God, as the monsters that they created. Me, where they follow you, they talk. I dey among the people who create the monster called Oyedepo. This man where you look so. I dey among because I was a member of his church. Okay? And I wasn't just a member. I was also a financial member. So I was among those that created the monster called David Olaniyi Oyedepo. Tori Olaye kankan ò níyì. Okay? But leave am for there first. I dey come. Now one by one we go touch am. So please go and get your tea. Go and get your coffee. Relax with your kinon porukwe. If na toast, relax with your toast. This morning show, we listen, we don't talk, but we dey analyze. Like I said, as an employee, it is important that you read your employment contract. Exactly. If you don't read your employment contract, you will be made a scapegoat. It's just as simple as that. You see, let me say something. You know, when you design, you see, when an employer offers you a job, you know, when you go through the employment interview, you go through recruitment process. you are interviewed, and then you emerge as a successful candidate. Okay? The first thing first, when you emerge as a successful candidate, they will offer you a job, but they will always tell you, well, let me say it in the context of United Kingdom. When an employer is offering you a job, they would say, we have offered you the job following satisfactory checks. Okay? In Nigeria, they might not necessarily say it that way. But obviously, before an employer will offer you a job, the employer will make sure they've dotted their I's and crossed their T's. What that simply means is, before you are being offered that job, before they give you clearance, okay, they would make sure that they cover themselves on employment law. They cover themselves with the laws of the countries. And some countries, like those that do remote working, the employers will make sure they cover themselves on the global labor policy. Because if you take them to the laundry and they have not done their own due, and your employer has not, if you are an employee, takes your employer to the laundry, if you take them to court or take them to a tribunal, and they have not done their due diligence, trust me, it is an easy win for you. But like every other thing, no employer wants you to win easily. So what did they do? They make sure they dot their I's and cross their T's. Okay? And by so doing, they stipulate your expectation as an employee. They also stipulate their own obligation, not their expectation and their obligation to you. So, you see, when you then get offered a job, I know out of excitement, this is not a case of poverty. This is not a case of desperation. Even if you are desperate, you see, when you read information, when you read information, trust me, it saves you the heartache. But what has happened over the years, even here in the United Kingdom, I see it. What has happened over the years is people are very quick to put their golden signature, to put their autograph to employment contract without reading it. A lot of time when your employer dismisses you, and most times, not even a lot of time, when an employer is dismissing you, they will dismiss you from the angle. They will quote from that your employment handbook that they gave to you that you refuse to read. Your employment contract that they gave to you that you refuse to read. They will read it out. They will even quote the section that guides their decision. For instance, let me give you an example. I used to work in an organization, in a local authority. And over time, because of the nature of my job, so I was employed in a particular area of that local authority. So when they employed us, of course, I read, okay? But, I was quite focused on what I needed to know based on my rights as an employee. But I didn't read the totality. And this is me putting my hands up, okay? And I want people to learn from me as well. So I didn't read, I read the basic information that I needed, you understand? And I was satisfied with it, so I signed. Guess what? So at a point, we then so there was a particular team that was struggling, and they needed us to start holding cases from those teams. So initially when they gave us, I think I got like maybe 1 or 2 cases from that team. When I got it, and then of course, they started offering more to us. So me, I was like, I'm not doing the traveling, the commuting around that area, because that area is out of my jurisdiction. So I said, the commuting is quite a lot. I'm sorry, I can't be, it's quite a lot of traveling. It's quite a lot of commuting for me. And plus, I'm also holding my main cases. And I also have other things I was doing. So I was like, look, this is not convenient for me. And I said, and moreover, my employment contract, when I applied for the job, I applied wanting to work in that particular team because that was convenient. They no kuku follow us argue. No be only me o, they no follow us argue. Na so I remember, I will never forget our head of service. He now came to come and see us. Of course, we laid our complaint, we wrote, we did a joint complaint and everything. Anyway, now the man no kuku follow us argue. He read out, he asked us to turn to a specific page. A specific, he asked us to turn to a specific page in our employment contract. My brother and sister, now so we turn. When you hear, you see me, I see you. Now so we can't read. You know what that specific page you talk? He say, although you are employed in a particular area, however, you are expected to cover the whole of the local authority. And my local authority where they work that time, na very big local authority. I look at myself, I say, hey, when you hear it has finished, it has finished, you be yellow. Now so we can't be like turkey where they just pour cold water for your body. When you hear say person go cold turkey, wallahi, all our mouth when they sharp. Me, I don't get myself ready. I'm going to speak to employment tribunal. I'm going to tribunal the employment. Wallahi, I know if you open mouth to talk. I know if you open mouth to talk. And my kind of profession, you don't just do a kinong porukwe. Oh, thanks for sharing. We don't just do, in my line of job, the kind of profession I do, we know, well, we are allowed to, of course, you join labor union, you can join union. You are allowed to join union if you want to, it's up to you. But our professional body, we also get union for our professional body. I don't carry letter, trust me, omo Ekiti funra mi. If all the book where I read, if I don't feel Ekiti people, we are known for petition. If all the book where I read, if I don't feel right, if I don't feel construct petition, what is my gain? Now, so I write petition. Now, in short, that day, I was so lucky, say I no embarrass myself. Because I don't look and say, after the meeting, if you say, the Nigerian in me will always come out. For my head, I don't look at. After the meeting with this head of service, I'm going to analyze and check. If you see the kind of grammar where I write, trust me, na Ekiti. I'm originally from Ekiti. If you see the way I take a construct, when the head of service can't follow us talk finish, when you hear you go cold turkey, that's why I can't go cold turkey. all the baby when my mouth today, nobody teach me. Now only me by myself. Now I delete the petition where I won't send. I can't read the petition. It was up. I now went back to go and read the contract by myself. I said, when I go home, I say, Gigi, I beg you. Now I consider, I can't read them word for word. Now I say to myself, I say, hey, ni Oluwa ran mi lọ́wọ́ dé Ebenezeri. When they come begin, that shebi before, they were even asking us. They were asking us nicely if you wanted to hold specific cases. They were asking nicely. They no come ask nicely again. No? They come begin to allocate. They begin to allocate. If you no like her, Ologbeni resign. Hey, now that I can't understand. So when I dey read employment contract, no be like me. When you won't read your employment contract, read them word for word, line for line, page for page. Read them. The people where they pay the Covenant University staff, when they won't employ them, they have what they call the staff handbook and condition of service. Okay? The staff handbook and what? Condition of service. Make I show now wetin I dey talk. I dey come. Because when you dey collect work, you can't dey come now. This is how much they pay me. You yourself. I know say wetin they pay you, they okay. But you yourself, you are also liable. for your own stupidity and your own ignorance. This is not I don't have pity for Oyedepo. I know they no look. If you know me, you know say I no send any man of God. If you know me, you know say I no send any one of them. But we no fit talk. Make we no talk where fault dey too. If you're a member of if you are a staff of Covenant University, Adekomu, if you are a staff of Covenant University, I sure say you don't see this. I sure say you don't see this. You don't see this thing where they show. You see, no be na staff handbook na be that. Your staff handbook, that's what it reads. Abi, staff handbook and condition of service. Okay, this is the most recent one. This is a very most recent one. Don't ask me how I got it. Leave how I get it. Leave it in how, and where again. Staff handbook and condition of service. You can see it clearly. 2019 to 2024. Okay, they renew it. The new one is on the process of being renewed, of being updated rather, not renewed, updated. When they update that one, no, trust me. You know. Say, enroll for furniture, eniko maje. I might get it. When they update them, trust me, I go bring and come show una. If there's a need for that, una dey see am for there. And you are Covenant University and family. People will get family. Where they work for Covenant University. Now in the day, Covenant University. Aberi. Covenant University. Staff handbook and condition of service. No be so? You see this? Now be the thing where they give you. When they say they employ you as their staff. This same staff handbook and condition of service. They get them for Faith Academy. They get them for Faith Kingdom Heritage. Say that Kingdom Heritage, something heritage. I can't remember what it's called again. They get them for Landmark. If you dey work for Winners, if you are employed by Winners, like you are employed as a paid worker, paid and part-time or whatever you call yourselves, your staff, I'm sure you can relate. This is the same thing. Okay? They only edit the different places that you work. So, if you are a worker in Covenant University, the focus is on Covenant University now. If you're a worker in Covenant University and you have not read your staff handbook and condition of service, you see the end where time basic mind kineta. Now waste of time and energy. Okay? Yes, you can go to court. You can go and challenge whatever you need to challenge. I know few of them, some of you, I think about few of you have been lucky to challenge. Okay? But having said that, if you look at the condition of service, ẹ̀yin fúnra yín lẹ jí láàárọ̀ lẹ rìn wọnú mú wọn lẹ́rú. You know that wetin be the name of that yeye man? Mike Bamiloye, that Digbolugi, wey he name mú wọn lẹ́rú. When how you dey? Calm down. Hold your horses. I get plenty things where I won't read come out. Just hold your horses. You see the work where you dey work for any of, if you are employed by Oyedepo, everything you are doing indirectly na free. In short, they are doing you a favor to employ you. You want to know why I'm saying that? Let me read it out for you. Ọmọ tó bá ti ní ìyá òun ò ní sùn, òun náà ò ní fojú kun. Na be the case of àwọn ará Covenant. Adekomo, make I read am for. I go read am for una. No be me. You know say me I no dey waste time. If you get ears, hear. If you no get ears, that one na your problem. if una put am for social media, walai talai, we go read am. I dey come o. The handbook plenty. The handbook, when you hear the handbook plenty, the vision statement, all those ones no concern me. Let me. I dey come. Make una, you know say I tell una say make una go relax small. The beginning, our mission university was founded in Story for the Gods. In short, me I be stakeholder for Covenant University, and because I be stakeholder, na im make me wan do this show. No be say I get time to do anything. No be say I get I dey come. We dey come. I want to tell you the role model. They say Oyedepo na role model. Abe àwọn ìyẹn aṣáà máa wòran. Now, make una hear culture of commitment for Covenant University. That is page 28 of your handbook, if you are reading it electronically. In short, as a matter of fact, what am I even saying? I just Google the handbook now. The handbook dey online. Okay? If you can go on your phone, download it online, make we read am together. Make it no be say na only me dey read am. Make una dey think say, what are you talking? You are the only one that is reading it. No be only me dey read am. Download am, e dey online. Number page 28. The culture of commitment. Make una dey hear o. Role model ni. Make I read am for una. Na role model. Láwọn olórí bòóṣán, àwọn aláyé bàjẹ́ dédé. Page 27. When you're like, how are you? How are you, sis? Page 27 of your staff handbook and condition of service for Covenant University, 2019 to 2024 edition. They don't have there's no updated version yet. This is the most recent version. It says a role model. Behind every move is a mover. Dr. David Oyedepo. What better nursery rhyme? You cannot play your role well without a role model. Dr. David Oyedepo. Nǹkan tí gbogbo yín lọ ń gbọ́ ni. Professor de joko wọ́n dẹ̀ ń gbọ́ nonsense. God always ties the destiny of a people or nation or generation to the personality and voice of his or her chosen vessel. Abẹ́ ẹ̀rọ Ọlọ́run bí wọ́n tún quote Bible fún yín. Deuteronomy 5:1. For example, God's divine agenda of bringing out his or her people out of Israel out of captivity into significance and royalty was carried out through his or her chosen vessel, Moses. Ẹjọ́ báwo ni Oyedepo ṣe jẹ́ Moses? Àwọn fọ́mílìkì Moses yẹn àti rí wọn tí dé ni. Jesus said in Mark 1:17, follow me and I will make you to become. Okay, Baba no complete am. Just as Moses was a vision bearer with all of Israel as his vision runner, so is David Oyedepo, the vision bearer of Covenant University, and the staff of Covenant University, the vision runner. PhD. Na honorary. When the way you dey since morning, honorary. Make we just deliver. He waits in God's presence. He understands God's heart and purpose for every feast of liberation commission. Nǹkan tó fi hang wa lórí ni. Anyway, let us go to the let us go to the culture of commitment. We don establish say they say na him be their role model lórí irọ́ packaging baba packaging gbogbo àwọn in short Mike Bamilóyè wọ́n ṣẹ̀ fún Nanamu yẹn wọ́n ṣẹ̀ fún yẹn náà ní honorary doctorate ní Nàìjíríà wọ́n ń tọ́ honorary doctorate ní mẹ́ta 10 kobo ṣebí ay comedian he sef get anyway let us focus on our focus first. Wetin I wan talk today plenty so make we dey hear and dey go. On page 28 of Covenant University Staff Handbook and Condition of Service 2019 to 2024. If you get family member, you better share this show with them. Make they go begin dey reset their brain. They say the culture of commitment. So when you get the job, what you must do. My yeun level. CU is a system, that is Covenant University, is a system that passionately respects result only. They respect result only. They no send your papa. Whether they no respect hard work, they only respect results. That is to say, oba agboru, oba agbosan, if you like work from morning till night, if result no dey, they no Covenant University they go pursue you. That is why Baba call people blatant failure. When they open church, they go open church for them. They send them go. They don't already give them target. Say this na wetin they must achieve. They no achieve am. Now Baba say they be blatant failure. So lot of kosha for Covenant University, if you like, they employ you. If you like, read book pass book. If you no deliver their desirable results, you are a blatant failure. Simple as ABC. As I was talking, on page 28 of the Covenant University Staff Handbook and Condition of Service, where professors carry their signature sign, where people wey be say they get common sense, they carry their signature sign. You go university for how many years? One rascal, one baba rascal. He can't carry employment contract give you. You yourself, you no read am. You carry your autograph, you sign am. The man can't do ready, can't do rada now. Una come begin dey gbenu see mic. We dey come. Covenant University, CU as it's called, is a system that passionately respects results only. The quote is strictly directly and strictly from your mentor. Shebi they say na him be una mentor. Una mentor, Dr. David Oyedepo. An appointment with Covenant University is not formally equal to success. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Make I read them again. An appointment with Covenant University is not formally equal to success. That is to say you get appointment for university is not the same as that you have been successfully employed. Okay? It does not mean you have been. Abi o Ogunro, how you dey jare? Person wey get HND, ó dẹ̀ dá wọn ní PhD, ó dá wọn ríboríbo. Ó dá wọn ní master's degree, ó dá wọn ríboríbo. Anyway, he is only in the body of Christ. Anyway, what are we even saying? What are we saying? No be Nathaniel Bassey and Jerry Eze tell people make they die yesterday. We begin. Make we leave that one first. At the talk, an appointment with the university, we listen. You know, over here, we they do active listening. Now active listening we they do. We know they rush. Now active listening we they do. An appointment with Covenant University is not formally equal to success. It is the commitment to task that accumulates in attainment as only runner obtains the prize. Ṣé make I read them again. An appointment with Covenant University is not formally equal to success. It is the commitment to task. As in iṣẹ́ ẹrú tẹ́ wá ṣe, you must be committed to that iṣẹ́ ẹrú that culminates in attainment as only runners obtains the prize. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. Una no hear wetin the quote give una. Make I read am again. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all. So all of you running. All of you are running together. But na one person get the prize. They don't tell una say una get mentor. Whatever you are doing, na David Oyedepo na he get the prize. Of course, you blame am. Abeg, na which person name dey C of O? Na which person if they call Covenant University, na which person name they call? Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that ye may obtain. 1 Corinthians 9:24. Want to King James no fit buy you. King James said it, and I quote it. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that ye may obtain. This was said and quoted from 1 Corinthians 9:24. Did you hear it? What I read it? Abeg, make una type yes. Make I know say una hear it. Wetin I said it. Wetin I read it. I read it and read it. The culture of commitment. Oguro, no be person wey get in business. That is why when you dey find job, like what I said, I don't know at what stage wey you join. When you find job, okay? When you find the job and they started recruiting you, they go tell you say they will employ you subject to satisfactory check. That's why it is good for you to read the employment contract when they send it to you before you kuku hear it. Ogunro, I like you. Me and you, we don't go school of King James. They no use a new translation. They no use a Kidon Poruko. Which other one dey? New translation. Which other translation dey for Bible? Na King James. But that pido, pido. Òun náà lò. Wọ́n bá yín lo said it and went it. Làwọn èèyàn náà bá said it, làwọn èèyàn náà bá went it. Náà bá sign it life wọn ìwé it. Now another quote. You know say Oyedepo na their mentor. Okay? After they don't read that Bible verse give them, mentor then quoted, don't work to be paid, work to be made. Ẹ má ṣiṣẹ́ láti gba owó, ẹ ṣiṣẹ́ láti fi ra yín hàn. Did you hear it? And did you hear it what I read it from the mentorate? The mentor to the mentee. The employee, they say, do not work it to be paid. Don't work to be paid. Work to be made. You know, say, when they ask, I say, people, I hope you say, una read una employment handbook. It is very obvious they don't read the employment handbook. This is similar to RCC Mission Worker and Redeemers University. Staff package stuff. I was privileged to know this around 2005. You are lucky. I hope you say the no buy. If I hope you say the no buy. Because Kufoni. Partners in crime. Now all of them are partners in crime. You see all your men and women of God. Wallahi. Now the same. When I tell you na the same WhatsApp group chat today, una see say dey play. If you don't see Nathaniel Bassey, how that one dey package himself. He dey package all the gospel musician and Jerry Eze àwọn business partner ìyẹn nìyẹn tiẹ̀. The mentor of Covenant University, the vice chancellor and the mentor of Covenant University, he says, don't work to be paid, work to be made. The quote is from Dr. David Oyedepo. Then let me read it further. Now King James version la bá wá láàárọ̀ yìí. Commitment is what edifies self-esteem, self-concept, and self-worth. Commitment is what edifies self-esteem, self-concept, and self-worth. Be diligent and creatively productive. Be diligent. Yeah, okay, it's written wrongly. Be diligent and creatively productive. Fatten your destiny by the works of your hand. Respect is not a gift, it is earned through hard work. Hard work destroys a hard life. It is the gateway. Hard work destroys a hard life, and it is the gateway to reward. Proverb 10:4-5. Be committed, not primarily for gain. Remember, Baba Oyedepo talk, say, don't work to be paid, work to be made. He then said, be committed primarily, not for gain, but for generational impact. While you are enhancing the destiny of others, or the social economy, or the socio-economic or technological status of your nation or the world or the system, ultimately God rewards your inputs. Abeg, na only me dey see wetin dey see. Baba said be committed not primarily for gain. So when you are committed, don't think about, you see those wages wey you dey think, don't think about wages. But for generational impact, of course, wetin we dey see, Baba Oyedepo, our Prishilo people, the guy in 504, he dey daku dey daji, kurukere, we don build in life. Sete, Baba wey be say, taba n ba sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀, ó máa ń káwọ́ sẹ́yìn bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ni. He don turn to person wey be say, na him come dey call people blatant failure. Person wey be say ordinary architecture, ó ṣetí. And that is the story for all your leaders, all your gospel, church leaders. All of them, ask them, in their various careers, they were not successful. They became successful by selling Jesus. Don't think about exactly Ogunro, you don't summarize them for us. Don't think about heaven. Don't think about salary. Òun ló bá ọ̀rọ̀ tá fẹ́ sọ, òun ló bá dé láàárọ̀ yìí. Now let us be honest. Person write all this plenty grammar at the start of his staff handbook. This is on page 28 and page 29 of his staff handbook. Like I said, I just found out now that it's on Google. If you type it, just type Covenant University's staff handbook. Please let us read it together. Make it don't be saying now let me dey read. I'm gonna notice say at the form wetin at the how do they call that? Boya mo maybe I dey lie. If you get laptop or whatever, download, even on your phone, you can download it. See, make we read them together. I go show you where I dey read. And be committed not primarily for gain, but for generational impact. Of course, Baba don hammer. Say all his children, he plant them. Now then they key areas of him business. He don't all the people wey fit become obstacle to his children. Ó ti yọ gbogbo wọn kúrò lórí table. Even the rebellious one wey he get, he don't tame that one. He get as he tame that one too. La. The culture of personal development, still on page 29. That is D. The culture of personal development. When the Lord shall build a Zion, he shall appear in his or her glory. Abẹ́ẹ̀rẹ̀ Ọlọ́run bí. Abẹ́ẹ̀rẹ̀ Ọlọ́run bí. Abi Oguro, me sef I no know say you make I wan work and I make my manager come tell me say, abi make my employer tell me say, don't work for gain. Like keep on working for gain. Òun ló fẹ́ bá mi sọ mortgage mi ni. Na him wan how you wan take meet my expense? I dey come, I wan see because e get some things na nonsense and English na dey talk. Okay, hold on o, the thing plenty. On page 32 they get wetin dey call honour code, and na this honour code na all workers are bound by. It doesn't matter where you work in, so long as you're working on that Davido Yedepo under his Winners Chapel whatever, they get wetin they call honour code. Covenant University, okay, leave all those story, make we see. The honour code is not meant to bind a staff under the control of selected individual. Rather, the honour code is an expression of staff responsibility to God and to himself. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Wọ́n tún fi God, wọ́n tún fi mú yín. Lórí èṣùkú ẹ lọ ṣiṣẹ́. They impose their religion on top of your head. On top say you go find work. In use church model run academic. My brother, na street on street level ni. Ẹni tí ò bá gbọ́n wọ́n á run street lé lórí ni. Simple as that. Let me read what Ogunro said. He said he can't find way bring Bible to business. He use church model run academic streets. People can't dey talk say make government learn from their papa. They no know say na the same template dem dey run. Exactly. Religion and politics na the same mama and papa, na the same group chat all of them dey. Politics, they go put policies and legislation in place with law wey go hold your brokers. Religion, religion go come dey put fear of heaven and hell for your head. So you no get choice, you gats to obey wetin the state talk under the disguise of religion. Abẹ́rẹ́ Ọlọ́run bí. Okay, go back. The honor code covenant. Ṣé ẹ tún sign lórí èṣùpẹ́ ẹ ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ tún sign covenant mọ́ iṣẹ́ tẹ́ ẹ ṣe. The honor code covenant is not meant to build a staff under the control of selected individuals. Rather, the honor code covenant is an expression of staff responsibility to God and to himself. So if I no come believe in anything, na first be this is against my fundamental human rights. Those of una wey get job for there, I hope you say una it's very, very obvious you guys didn't read. Na make una come dey gbenu sí Mikey for social media. First and foremost, God has called every staff of the university. Ṣé ń gbọ́? God will call you by fire, by force, by tulasi. They speak on your behalf. Oyedepo speak on your anyway, na mentor. First and foremost, God has called every staff of the university and given him a great responsibility to fulfill his or her purpose for the university. So the staff cannot afford to disappoint destiny. Bible. God's words reaffirmed this through Apostle Paul in Philippians 4:8. Finally, brethren, finally, brethren, whatsoever things that are good, whatsoever things that are honest, whatsoever things that are just, whatsoever things that are pure, whatsoever things that are lovely, whatsoever things that are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think of this, think of this, think of these things. Philippians 4:8. ṣe rí pé oko ẹrú lè wò ẹ dẹ̀ lajú ara yín lẹ̀ ẹ dẹ̀ wọnú slave trade lọ straight. Secondly, Covenant University has a great responsibility towards her staff. Towards her staff. Appointment as a faculty or staff of Covenant University is a privilege from God. So it's not even by merit, now by privilege. So you should count yourself privileged to be employed by Covenant University. Hey, what the Lord has done for you, you can't tell it all. You see a Scottish language, you see a Scottish accent. Are you see the singer? What the Lord has done for them, they can't tell it all. Ah, la 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 la. Secondly, Covenant University has a great responsibility towards her staff. Appointment as a faculty or staff of Covenant University is a privilege from God. So therefore, when they employ you, you must count yourself privileged to be employed by Covenant University. So wait, I want to okay, people will not come believe in God. Wait, it can be. So is that one too a privilege? Now question. Ìbéèrè ò fàjà. Hey. Preordained before the foundation of the world to fulfill his or her purpose, it is seen that the decision to work here is based upon hunger to deepen such fellowship with God, such relationship with God, and the university has provided a conducive environment for such an experience. So the case of working for Covenant University, now buy one, you get 20 free. You can't work by fire by force. You must believe in God. You no get choice. Abeg, wetin be the difference of eru? How different do you define eru from this? And professors, you wan hear? Professors sign this. They sign this employment contract. Master's degree holder, they sign this employment contract. Graduates sign this employment contracts. People go dey blow plenty English. Yet, one year write, 1 year employer sit down, write this kind of thing, and you carry your signature, you sign and say you are happy to work for him. Person don't tell you he don't tell you your agenda from day one, from the beginning. What are you saying, Oguro? Professors sign up. Shebi did that man wey kpai? I don't forget the man name. That professor where I do that time wey kpai. The guy was a professor in engineering. He carry signature like this, he sign. Person, professor of law, carry signature, he sign. Political science professor, he carry signature, he sign. You see, say religion. Wetin religion go cause? Akpa religion unika. And Nigeria is a very good example of what religion has done to us. He says, page 33, he says the scripture lay bare the truth that God uses established leader to usher his or her people into a more profound relationship with himself. This invariably involves establishing what his or her people should and should not do. The leadership of the university has searched through scriptures to identify life applicable principles that are essential for a deepened relationship with God. The Honor Code Covenant is a product of this principle. Una see am? as much as I want to pity the person wey dey pay £102, £102 láti gbọ́n náà fẹ́ rí £102,000 after 14 years. Imagine make person serve, make person work for one place for 14 years, and his gratuity all he gets is £102. 102, I say pounds, sorry, na UK I dey, so pounds could always enter my mouth. £102,000, just under £50. Na im be your wetin be the name, on just under £50 na you get for 14 years of service. Walai, they suppose carry cane flog you, and you were holding this staff book and condition of service, this honor covenant, this honor code covenant where they read, they sign it every year. They are made to sign. So you sign this year thing every year, and una come out now, come dey gbenu see mic, una come go create a Facebook page. Me, I no come today, I no come pity anybody. I no pity anybody. I can't talk, I can't laugh. Na cruise I can't do. Ma aproko with cruise now I can't do this morning. Okay? So if you like, no learn from this. They don't tell you that, say everything una they do na free of charge. Una they do one. You are privileged to be working in Covenant University. I can just imagine Scottish government telling me I am privileged to be working for them. Because they can't tell me. I be make UK government tell me say, as a civil servant, you are privileged working for. In short, go velocity tribunal. Now, if a staff violates any portion of the honor code covenant, which is a product of God's law, Oyedepo creates his own code of conduct. He can't use God take banidi. How professors sign this kind of thing, I'm still yet to fathom it. How master's degree holder, how BSc degree holder could sign something like this is still way beyond my understanding. Now to the blow English, now we sabi. And you know, this is not just limited to Nigeria. Even here abroad here, a lot of us that are working, that are in the diaspora, go and ask us randomly, what does our employment contract says? I doubt if we know it. On lo differ fa wọ́n tó yẹ pé wọ́n ṣe 0 hours. Àwọn tó ń ṣe 20 hours, tó ń ṣe 70 hours, that the employer go dey use them, they use them, they taka it. Because they didn't even read their employment contract. Let's even start from that. Not be when you read your employment contract, now you go know your rights. Let us be reading. If a staff violates any portion of the honor code covenant, which is a product of God's law, not only will he or she be violating his own conscience, he or she will be rebelling against leadership and God. Every manipulation. No dindi. Una see as how did they manipulate una? If you violate, they say you not only violate your conscience, you rebel against leadership and God. That is to say, ẹ̀yin tán san £102,000 for 14 years of service. If you do PIM, you are rebelling against leadership and God. No wonder they go tell you, say, the Lord will fight for us and we shall hold our peace. You know, say that one a common grammar for Africa. If a staff violates any portion of the honor code covenant, which is a product of God's law, not only will he or she be violating his or her own conscience, he or she will be rebelling against leadership and God himself, and the university will be failing in her responsibility to God and to other staff if she refuses / neglects to confront such violation. Fear and trembling, gidi. Wogunra too like you sabi read Bible. Baba fear and trembling. The same thing. Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm when we dey ask question. You see how you see on top say you go find work, on top say they give you job, literally they offer you job, they come comot your fundamental human rights, they comot am. Like wetin our government do us during COVID, when they tell all of us they come tell us zombie, don't go out, sit down. Only one person can go out, only two people can go out, only one household and another household can talk. You know, if we dey UK wey I don't know of other country, but in the UK, all of us wey dey UK that time, apart from those of us wey be wey dey class us as emergency workers, only one household na fit comot. At that time na BBC, your life is dependent on media and politicians giving update every morning, every afternoon, every evening. Na so you go dey hear. Only one household can go out. From suddenly na dem go tell you say na only 1 hour you fit do exercise. Na that time na you go come comot for 1 hour. That 1 hour you go come dey look time. You must wear mask, you must go this, you when you go to supermarket, you can only stand 2 feet away from each other. Na dey come carry every supermarket, they come carry ruler begin dey measure. You must wear face mask, you must wear this. Abuna no remember that time. Nobody remember to ask for fundamental human rights. Òun lọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ báyìí. You go work for Covenant University, your human rights. You get a job and give up your fundamental human rights. Na be wetin Baba Oyedepo dey talk for im university. Abeg remain tọrùn. When now you dey laugh, no be wetin dey do us be that. No be wetin dey do us be that. When they tell us comot, go out, you can only go out for 1 hour. Only 2 households can go out at a time. Only one kinikan. You no remember when supermarket come carry by force a barricade, they can't get one. Even till today, you still see am for supermarket. They can't get transparent kini. Everybody come begin to wear face mask. Gbogbo abasora wa di lagbaja osan gangan. You can't see people they carry sanitizer up and down for inside their car, inside their handbag. Sanitizer everywhere you go na sanitizer. Sanitizer about only sanitizer. They can't read the Bible. Give una. Make I read them. Make I can't read the Bible verse where they give us. If a staff violate any portion of the honor code covenant, which is a product of God's law, not only will he or she be violating his or her own conscience, he or she will be rebelling against leadership and God himself, and the university will be failing in her responsibility to God and to other staff if she refuses or neglects to confront such violation. Therefore, if the staff is found violating any aspect of the honor code covenant, he or she will be subject to disciplinary actions. They can't quote Bible. Servant, obey in all things your master according to the flesh, not with eye service as men pleaser, but in singleness of heart, fearing God. And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily, as to the Lord and not unto man, knowing that the Lord that ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance of, for ye serve the Lord Christ. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which are done, and there is no respect of person. Colossians 3:2-25. Wait, they won't tell una say una kolo. Where you want make they read if no be Colossians? Tí ìbá ń ṣàwọn kolo tọkọ Colossians. Abuna no see the ready and servants. Indirect, all of una na servants. No, you go for employment. You give up your fundamental human rights. Loba the servant level. Your mentor don't read and give you say, servants, obey in all things your masters, according to the flesh, not with eye service as men pleaser, but in singleness of heart, fearing God. And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily, as to the Lord, and not unto men, knowing that the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance, for ye serve Lord Christ. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he had done, and there is no respect of person. Number 5, Colossians 3:2-25. Remember, so also for you permanently Colo. All you Colo, you are Colossians. Colossians of the Colo. Number by you fi anybody. Hold on, no. Make I read the code. You don't say this thing. Today I tell you, fasten your seatbelt. Just I know they rush. Today's show not be rush show. So fasten your seatbelt. We listen, we don't judge, but we analyze. Make we come see wetin they write for the code of honor. The honor code of covenant, where they say, I've been at the covenant. Wetin they call am? Make I see wetin they call am. Fenyara. Honor code covenants. Baba, they must put something we go dey spiritual. So now go dey feel spiritual. Having gone through your selection process and accepted the content of my employment, having gone through my selection process. Listen, this is very, very important. Having gone through my selection process and accepted the content of my appointment letter. So you are expected to have read. Okay? I commit myself to the stated covenants below. Una dey hear? Make I start again. The code of covenant. This is what employees sign every year, because they have to sign it every year. Covenant University staffs, what they sign, the code of honor is, having gone through my selection process. That's an employee reading it and agreeing to what they are signing. Having gone through my selection process and accepted the content of my employment letter, I commit myself to the stated covenant below, with the objective of not just being a staff, but also a committed member of Covenant University. In signing this code of honor, I fully recognize that Covenant University is a mission university with Jesus Christ as her foundation. I, therefore, the covenant as follows, that I shall serve God faithfully and committedly through this mission university by further discovering my gift and talent, and by developing servant heart. Number 5 Bible, they can't quote original Bible verse. B, that I shall uphold the biblical demand for character holiness, righteousness, and integrity. They back them up with 2 Timothy 2:21. That my faithful service to this university shall include and cover all area of financial faithfulness. Una dey hear wetin I dey read? Giving myself only to the strict adherence and observation of covenant demand. Tithing with proof. Shengbo. Tithing with proofs, with borrowing, begging, and cheating. Strictly prohibited in line with scriptural demand. I shall not take financial advantage of any person or group of persons in any way, such as soliciting financial aid, special contribution from students, or extorting money by any other such means. D, that I shall uphold and observe a good Christian testimony in my home, not as a striker, but having firm control over my household and not as one with unruly children. On top say you dey find, on top say you can't get job, they bring your family life, they bring your personal, your private personal lives into your employment contract and you sign am. After you don sign this kind thing, you come gbenu see, una come gbenu see me, come dey form group alori gbogbo yin gbale. That any assignment was given to me, be it technical, administrative, protocol, etc., shall be gladly accepted without any resentment or prejudice. So that means even if they employ you, they can decide to deploy you to anywhere. You cannot ask question, and you sign, you say you agree. That should I be involved in any incriminating legal matters, court cases, police case, traffic offence, or confrontation with any law enforcement agent for which I am formidably or guilty, the university authority shall be entitled thereby to sanction my action with punishment ranging from suspension to outright dismissal, depending on the gravity of the issue. G, that I shall be a committed and total follower of leadership, seeing instruction as leadership utmost tool of operation. Basically, you can't question your leader. You say yes, or you are agreeing to that. I therefore accept that any disobedience of the university authorities' instruction is a deliberate act of insubordination on my part, which may result in my being released from the service of the mission university. Please tell me, say, professor read this thing. Tell me that the professor that signed this employment thing, they didn't read all of this. How do we phantom it that a professor will read this and sign? A master's degree holder, you read this kind of thing, you carry your signature, you sign up. H, that all act of disobedience of any of the terms and demand of the covenant of this covenant shall automatically means my immediate, unreserved, unconditional release from the university employment. I will keep the code of honor faithfully and prayerfully. I understand that my signature is my acceptance of the entire code of honor, which completes a contract between me and the university and Covenant University. Further, my acceptance of the code of honor is a solemn vow and promise to God as to how I will live my life. Hey, yo. Hey. Abeg, una understand wetin I read so? They can't say you go put date, name, signature, designation, department, college, and your address. God bless you as you partner with Covenant University to cause this anticipated monotonous change in Nigeria, in Africa, and the entire world. Then you know bagbe signature leba sign here. Wait, how baba you dey, how you dey po? How you take jebi for this kind thing? Because the guy, he don't tell una say he be slave master. Because me, I don't understand. Person wey write this kind thing, how do you translate it? Person write this kind thing, and you carry your signature, you sign am as an employee. Bill Gates, Microsoft cannot give somebody this kind thing to sign. The red flag plenty for this covenant, for this code of honor of covenant. Have been nonsense. Una say una sign. Red flag plenty for inside this thing. How people open their eye take sign this kind thing, I don't understand. And you say you are educated. They need to question your academic capability. How can you be educated and you carry your eye, you open your eye, you sign this kind thing? Like literally, they've taken away the Covenant University literally took away they took away your human rights. And you sign to say you are happy that your human right has been removed from you. On top say you get employment. Even World Bank, United Nations, when you go and work for them, you don't lose your human rights. They are not all church members, oh. When they are not all church members, there are Muslims there. All of them, they're not all Christians. But you know the interesting thing? Every one of them must follow. All of them, they must come to church. They don't bond their papa when they don't go church. How is this? How does this sound right? Now question, no? How does this sound right? Code of honor. Abenike be igbori. Abenike be igbori. I go upload that code of honor. In short, I dey come. What I dey even dey do? I dey come. Make I upload them. La 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 la. You know be say person carry juju. You know be say they carry juju hold you. See wetin people sign. Just imagine wetin people sign. Imagine wetin people sign. I dey come. Make una just be you don't say me I'm not in a rush. Covenant University Code of Honor. Abẹ́rẹ́ nǹkan bí. You carry your signature, you sign this kind thing. Una come dey gbenu sí mic. They pay you 102,000 naira after 14 years. What were you expecting them to pay you before? Ngbà tẹ́ dìdìrìn tẹ́ lọ ń sign nǹkan tó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ sign. Look am. They come dey tell una wetin to wear, wetin not to wear. Women, how women go dress, how men go wear, how men go dress. Any little thing they go dey, all the pages they tell una say una be covenant. Una dey in covenant with God. Una no fit breathe, una no fit waka. They literally impose religion on you guys. Mi gbori. Abenike mi gbori. I dey come. The thing plenty, so I'm trying to conflict of interest. Page 52. The university's principal mission is the education of students and the generation and dissemination of knowledge. In pursuit of this mission, the outgrowth of such faculty and staff often becomes involved in outside activities. While extramural activities benefit the university and are generally encouraged, in some circumstances, such activities give rise to conflict of interest and commitment. Therefore, you could see, on top say you dey work for the university, you can't do side also. I've been a big body. All staff of the university are required to devote their full time to the service of the university and act in a manner in a manner consistent with this responsibility to the university, and shall exercise due care to avoid situation that creates a conflict between their private interests and those of the university. Like how? Like how? Even civil service for UK or for other Western country, even if you're a civil servant, you are allowed to have a life outside. The only thing we are not allowed to do, the least things that we are not allowed to have political opinion within jurisdiction of what we do as a work. And that's fair to say. Can you just imagine? A staff shall not engage in any other gainful employment, business, trade, or other professional practice without the authority of the university. Like, says who? Hey. If Oyedepo, the God wey Christians say they serve, that means say if Oyedepo na God, all of us go dey breathe fresh air. Na only the air wey Oyedepo give us na we go dey breathe. Like why they lay on slavery. A staff shall not engage in any other gainful employment, business, trade, or other professional practice without the authority of the university conveyed by the registrar in writing. This is without prejudice to the provision of regulated and other profession, private practice prohibition, exemption under 1992, as it relates to other profession, provided such gainful assignment shall not interfere with the efficient performance of their primary duty with the university, and where a member of staff is involved in any gainful employment outside the university, such employment must be disclosed forthwith to the university. Why? The only person that needs to know about your second job is the taxman. Wetin concern your employer with your second job? The taxman is the only one that has a business of knowing, and that's to make sure that you pay the correct tax. So that means that those of us who come dey do consultation outside our work, and if wahala wow. She too good money. She too imagine. Look at the condition they are giving your colleagues. Just imagine the kind of condition wey they give lecturers. Look at the condition you are giving lecturers. On top say you dey work for university, you can't have a second job. Says who? In what part of the world? Anyway, in Covenant University, obviously. You can't have a second job. Like how? Just imagine. That means say so that means say me wey take sabbatical. Where they do lecturing. Me where they take sabbatical, they go do lecturing. That means say then I also do private consultation. I do private consultation to the Scottish government. So that means wala wow. When I should be pastors, you say for a pastor, at least that one, those ones, their case now God called them. These ones, they came to apply for a paid job with qualification. Pastor's own, you see those pastors that he recruited, those one, their case, the case between him and them, now God called me. Now it be their case. We are talking of people that Covenant University advertised a job. And these people qualified for the job, and they showed they have certificate to prove their qualification and fitness to practice. And then you employed, even UK government no fit tell their staffs, say may they no get a job, may they no get second job, or they should not be involved, they should not have private businesses. It's not common. It is not common that you will see people in the United Kingdom that don't have a second job. I'm not saying everybody does. Even if it's not a second job, it could be classed as, it could be your second hustle. People would naturally have businesses. They will have, okay, like what I'm doing now, that's more like a second job. Imagine my employer saying to me Oh, you can't have a blog spot. You can't vlog. You can't do blogging. Says who? Wala wow. I say Ifoyedepo na the God. Na Christian God. Anyway, the Christian God kuku wicked normally. But let's even say so. Let's even say that one comot. Ifoyedepo na God. We no go breathe any hair wey Oyedepo no, wey no be say na Oyedepo na create o. He go bloody. All staffs shall be required to maintain the confidentiality of the university's confidential information or activities, and shall not put to their personal advantage or to the advantage of any other person any confidential information acquired by them in the performance of their duty to the university, nor disclose such information. Basically, you are not allowed to whistle blow. It's not just about confidentiality. You are not allowed to whistle blow. Really? Shitu, send me a WhatsApp. Send me a WhatsApp at some point. Let me give you. You see all this. Let me give you some lowdown about wetin they do for Covenant University. As a lecturer, come and see the ready. In short, the ones wey even come out, na those ones na people wey fit talk. All of them na what is it? Non-disclosure ló bá dé. All of them, they are tied to non-disclosure. Even government work, even civil service, you are allowed to whistle blow. Which work you dey do for UK where you are not allowed to whistle blow? Which work? You are allowed to whistle blow. Obviously, not out of maliciousness. If you have genuine concern, you are allowed to whistle blow. You cannot be stopped from whistleblowing. Okay, no worries. I'll be expecting your message. You are allowed to whistle blow. Àwọn bí báwo? Where e dey? Staff shall maintain their loyalty to the university at all times. Wonderful. Wonderful, marvelous. You see those wey carry themselves go do God call me, wey dey go dey do pastor. Me, I don't have time for them. Because na by yourself you carry yourself go meet them lodindi. All of una na olegba. Anybody wey come wey say God call me to open a church, God call me to come and be a pastor in any church, and your GO dey shank you. Of course, all of una na thief. Na the greed wey join una together na carry scissors tear una apart. I dey come o. Make I read. I don't know how anyone that is well educated would apply for a job like this and see something like this, and you will put your pen to it and agree to work for them. Now listen to this one. With regards media, because they know say wetin dey do no right, okay? He says relating with the mass media, okay? See as a gag them. Staffs are free to make statements in any media or any forum in the world in respect of issues of knowledge, understanding, or findings that have to do with their areas of specialization or in an area that is outside theirs. Staff are, however, not permitted to make public comments in any media about the administration of the university. You see as a gag you. It be like, hey, I never seen this kind of wahala before. So staff are not permitted to make public comments in any media about the administration of the university. They are rather to channel such opinion through the various administrative piece of machinery available to them in the university. Staff who contradicts this expectation shall be brought before the relevant disciplinary committee of the university for appropriate sanction, which may range from suspension from the duty to outright dismissal from the university. Ní tí yín bá bá yín. The university's public affair or mass media or public affair or media relation department should be responsible for such media contact, except where approved officers of the universities are mandated by management to do so deal with the media. La 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 la. I dey come. Now, on page 66, miscellaneous. At the beginning, this is just to buttress what I was saying earlier. At the beginning of the new academic session, all staff must sign and uphold the honor code covenant, and a signed copy of the honor code covenant shall be kept in the staff's file. You see what I was saying? That every year you have to sign the honor code covenant. You know that yeah? I go put them for my page. People go read them. Make una dey see àwọn olórí gbèsè. Staff shall not use professional relationship with students or institutional facilities or privilege to further personal private gain. They shall accept no gratuity, gift or favors that might impair professional judgment, including remuneration for tutoring students enrolled in the university. Faculty members are expected to give needed assistance to their staff, to their students, which is fine. So if you want to do private tutoring, you can't do it. Now, look at these people that are saying that staff cannot use their professional relationship with students or institution facilities or privilege to further personal private gain. Abeg, Oyedepo went to Dapo Abiodun's mother's birthday. No be privilege, no be relationship, no be privilege relationship. Na be that. How it takes Abi Dapo Abiodun? Is it not because he's a bishop? Na make Dapo Abiodun sabi who he be. When he pikins they do wedding, when they do birthday, who are the people that come there? The cream de la cream. Can you see the contradiction? When I say if you go work for Covenant University or any organization or any arm of Winners Chapel, and that goes to all those churches, all your religious leaders. Funke, what's the name of that one? Funke Bishop. In Jesus, they don't carry in Jesus come my table. I just don't get time for them. Because when I ask the people who carry and come, when I ask them for their employment contract, when I read that, it's not far away from waiting Oyedepo right for a Covenant University own. It's not far away from waiting Oyedepo right. Now, as I say, when I read it, we did not read it, but we know that what she's doing is clinical. Say, una see una life. Another one, staff shall not use direct or indirectly the prestige and or influence of the university in their personal affair for a staff to act for or on behalf of the university without prior approval is prohibited. The use of the university's name, letter or influence on behalf of the private, okay, well, this is fair enough. Really, you shouldn't be using the letter-headed paper of your employer for any personal stuff. Adekomu, residential quota. When you don't, you can apply for residential quota if you want. Adekom. make we come read the gratuity, the thing wey come lead to wahala, wey lead to everything wey dey come, wey dey gbenu sí mic. I dey come, I wan read their gratuity. When HND holder dey employ PhD holder, you know say there is fire on the mountain. And please don't come and say it is the poverty in Nigeria that is making people desperate. Even here in the Western country, people do not do their due diligence. They don't do their due diligence when they are applying for jobs. I dey come, I wan read the gratuity. Hold on. Salary scale be báwo? They no even get salary scale. They no get salary scale. When you dey hear they no get salary scale. And we have Minister of Education. No? We have a Minister of Employment, I mean a Labour Productivity. I dey come. So salary scale, let me quickly read this. For salary scale, a member of staff who has not reached the maximum point in salary grade applicable to him or her shall be granted an increment annually in accordance with the appropriate salary scale. And e can't get condition. An increment is granted on the understanding that a staff member has attained at least the standard of efficiency and conduct that may reasonably be expected of an officer of his or her status or rank. Okay, now let us come to what they do with expatriates. Make una come say expatriate. Expatriates are to be paid competitive salary in addition to the expatriate allowance. Nígbà tí yẹ pé nǹkan ṣorí wọn. I dey come. I wan read gratuity. Make una see. Just a minute. Sorry, just housing allocation, change of accommodation, all those ones na story for the gods. Leave. Just give me 1 minute, sorry. Okay. Salary and benefits. Okay, so this is telling you how you can. Sorry, just give me 1 minute, please. I'm just. Hey, when I just wake up all morning, carry una 2 leg like this, carry and go inside Ukweru. Una carry una self like this. I dey come. Okay, retirement age na 65. Retirement age na 65, yet baba na 70. Abẹ́rẹ́ Ọlọ́run bí. Retirement and pension entitlement. A member of staff shall have the right to stop serving the university at any time he or she desires to exercise that right, provided such notice of cessation of appointment. Níbo náà ti ń gbà àwọn òyìnbó burúkú yìí? Cessation of appointment conforms to the provision of Chapter 7 and other policies of the university involving appointment and termination. The award of gratuity shall be based on merit. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Shall be based on merit to deserving members of staff. So that means say, apart from the fact that it's based on merit, you have to be deserving. When they tell una say una be na privilege una use to enter Covenant University, shey ribenye. The award of gratuity shall be based on merit to deserving member of staff at the discretion of the board of regents. So it is even at the discretion. First, for you to even be entitled to gratuity, it has to be based on merit, and you have to be deserving, and then it is at the discretion. So that means to say, if you dey comot and the board of director, I mean a board of regent, whatever they call themselves, they see say they just wake up and they go like, you see this particular person, yes, the person has worked for 20 years, but the spirit of the Lord, you know, the spirit of God dey guide them. The spirit of the Lord say we should just give him 5,000 naira. Nobody 5,000 naira. And remember, say you don't sign on no code. You know if you say no be so e be. You will accept it with thanks. Lo batan. No wonder they pay person 102,000 naira. Abeg, the person wey dey pay na on merit, abi na deserving, abi na discretion of the board of regents. Ewo ni ka wonu mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta. A member of staff who has put in a minimum of 2 years of continuous service prior to December 31st, 2018 and ceased to be a staff of the university shall be entitled to gratuity provided such cessation is not as a result of termination of his or appointment for any kind of misconduct or so they even find this, they go even why na Lord. Make we come see page 138, entitlement schedule on cessation of appointment. If you have worked for minimum of 2 years, you are only entitled to 1 month basic pay less employer's pension contribution. So you don't even have pension. Wala. If you have worked for between 3 to 4 years, you're only entitled to 2 months basic pay less employer's pension. So even the money where they go pay you, they go conduct employer's pension. If you have worked for 5 to 6 years, you're only entitled to 4 months basic pay. Again, less employer's pension and contribution. If you have worked from 7 to 9 years, you are entitled to 1 month basic pay multiplied by the number of years served less employer's pension contribution. Change tobacco lẹ́yìn lọ́wọ́ lẹ́wọ̀n máa gbà. If you have worked from a minimum of 10 years, staff members shall be entitled to 1 month gross pay multiplied by number of years served multiplied by number of years served less employer's pension contribution. So basically you don't even get pension. That's basically what they are telling you. And people open their eye, they sign this kind of thing. A member of staff shall be entitled to long service bonus after he or she has put in minimum of 30 years. So basically, all your productive years, if you don't put them inside their service, vice president Ishiwa, vice president of my former church, after the guy don't serve for 43 years, you see that the guy, you don't even need someone to tell you that he didn't get any benefits. Because if he get benefit, he no need to go open church. You see say the man don turn digbolugi, he himself don begin dey gather. Imagine serving 43 years for somewhere and the comot shock absorber for your leg just like that. La 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 la. I learn a lot. It says a member staff shall be entitled to long service bonus after he or she has put in minimum of 30 years of continuous service, which long service bonus shall be as determined by board of regent. Àwọn board of regent wọ́n tún máa determine. Hey, Tolu Benson, you abandon me. Wetin I do you now? You just abandon me. I don't miss you. You abandoned me. I was thinking I would come to your area at some point. Share. Exclusion from entitlement on cessation of appointment for the purpose of making a claim as set out in paragraph 4 above. Call me. When you finish, give me a call now. I was thinking I would come. I actually wanted to come to your area, but I was too. I went to go and watch a music concert. I'm still on my hotel bed. Don't mind me. For the purpose of making share. See, pension. Every regular member of staff who have meticulously served the university shall participate in and benefit from the contributory pension fund as entitled by the Act of National Assembly. The university shall pay into the scheme the specific portion of the staff salary on a monthly basis and shall also cause to be deducted from the staff salary the prescribed proportion by the same act and shall cause the distribution to be paid into the scheme. You wan hear the truth? A lot of people wey comot for that university, they no get any pension. Make I just tell you the truth. Medical care. Let us go to medical care. Any senior member of staff whose employment status is confirmed shall be entitled to 50% subsidized medical treatment, which they pay for. Nothing is free. For winners, I can tell you that for free. Nothing is free. Okay? You go pay. That 50% again is at the discretion. I can tell you that for free. Now we do central account, so I know wetin I dey talk. Any senior member of staff whose employment status is confirmed shall be entitled to 50% subsidized medical treatment overseas, provided the illness occurred while abroad on university approved trips such as attendance at conference, study leave, training course, sabbatical, etc. Baba Oyedepo, abeg, I no dey irony me like, I no dey like lies. Make I do like Baba Obadere. We know some of una staff member wey come under university approved trip. In short, e get one wey get stroke. Baba kó máa dún lọ́kàn yín bẹ́yẹn. E get one wey get stroke. NHS, the bill wey NHS give am, people contribute money. Na friends contribute money for am to take clear im bill. Na friends. Till today, 10 years down the line, Kinon Porukwe, Covenant University has still not paid him. They've still not paid him. Collect leni, collect lola, he carry una go court, una carry am go court. Now una do. I know they like lies. Another case happened 3 years ago. That one happened for Canada 3 years ago. Till today, una no pay that bill. Una no pay the bill. Now you make that guy. Now even make the guy. Instead, una begin to gag am. Irony me like you. Irony me like. Even the expatriates wey dey talk no be, you know say some Nigerians dey go from abroad here go work for those university. The expatriate fee no cover them o. No let anybody lie give you. E no cover them. The expatriate they are talking about are non-Nigerians. And na because those ones dey go share wèrè fún wọn. Ẹ bá ń gbọ́ wèrè náà fi wo wèrè. Anyway, the message has been passed. See, like I said, there's no point going back and forward, back and forward. If you have worked, if you are being employed by these schools or any church or any employer, the first thing for you to do is do your due diligence. Okay? Your due diligence is very, very important. Do your due diligence. Make sure you read your employment contract before you put your golden signature to anything. Otherwise, you go come here too, come begin dey speak grammar. Make I show you the check. Táwọn aṣínú tó ń send. Una see the check, na the check na be this. You know, this na the check. Una dey see am? Shey una dey see the check? £102. Àwọn ará winners ẹ kú náwó, ẹ̀yin ará covenant. £102. Sorry, I keep saying pounds. Naira. 102 naira. 102,574. 543. Sorry. 02. That's all. Where they sack? Who? What do you mean sack? You see how much they pay person? Just under, in short. Wey word limit, make I see how much e be. How much this be for? Let me see how much e be. Ẹja wòye kọ́bọ̀ tán kó, ẹja wòye ìnáwó, ẹja wò ìnáwó tí Tóyèdépò ṣe tínú ẹ̀ ń dùn. Bóun ṣe ìnáwó. Adekomu, I won't calculate am. Ọkọ̀ tí ẹ wọ́ kíní gan. £52 Lóyèdépò. £52 sí. £50 ló. Oyedepo spend plenty money o. Oyedepo spend plenty money. The money he spent was just too much o. Ìyá ẹ kú náwó sà. Ọmọ òní bá gbèsè ńlẹ̀ o. £52. Adekomu. wọn ò ní bá gbèsè ńlẹ̀ o. Adékọ́m. So basically ọmọ yìí ní kò máa kú náwó kẹ̀ £52.18 na it be wetin dey pay person wey sell for 14 years ọ máa kú náwó kẹ̀. Thank you Lord. Thank you Oyedepo for everything you have paid. Ṣé ń gbọ́ £52.18 na person get for 14 years of service. Àwọn board of regent ẹ máa ṣe o. Board of regent, thank you very much o. £52.18. This is what remit. You know, so their own dey low, where their own dey is kind of low. £52.18. Kápẹ́ gẹ̀ẹ́sì. For 14 years of service. Bàbá Oyedepo ẹ máa kú náwó. Idán gangan idán. Ẹ máa kú náwó. On behalf of the person wey you pay, we say thank you. Orí ẹ̀gbálẹ̀ àbórí ẹ̀gbálẹ̀. On behalf of yourself and the board of regent, we say thank you. This money plenty. Ìnáwó yìí máa pọ̀. Ìnáwó yìí máa pọ̀. Ẹ máa kú náwó. Ẹ ṣàdúró owó yìí làwa ń sọ̀rọ̀. You try. Well done, sir. Ẹ bá ń gbọ́ well done, sir. Heaven. Ìgbóná mọ̀tọ́ ń pè ní heaven. Imagine somebody put hand for pocket, spend a whole £52.18. No wonder. He said, do not work for gain. Don't work for gain, work for God. This is a very good definition of don't work for gain, work for God. After serving, I can just imagine Scottish government. Lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí mo serve 52, mo serve 14 years of service. 14 years of service, wọ́n bá fún mi ní £52.18. Employment tribunal ní kúrò ń bẹ̀. Ní kúrò l'employment tribunal. Nígbà tí ìjẹ́ pé ṣe náà wọ́n fi nǹkan sẹ́nu báyọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀. Tolúbẹ̀ say imagine make civil servant make civil service after 14 years of service. Maybe say that £52 they carry give us. Àfi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kébì gbọ́ rí. Àfi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kébì gbọ́ rí. Lẹ́gbàá ní káwọn èèyàn má jalè. La 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 la. I learn a lot with the family menu. I learn a lot. What a wonderful and marvelous God we serve. This guy, tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ mọ̀dà ẹ̀ fàyè, bàbá yìí náà mọ̀dà ẹ̀ fàyè, olè bàràwò banza, olójú wo nkòkò, òjì jankoríko, alọ́kọ́lóhun kígbe. Imagine 14 years. Imagine working in a place for 14 years and all you get. In short, even if you say let's even say £52.18 abi. Let's say we divide it by 14. 52 pounds 18 divided by 14. That is £3. So every year, this guy accumulate all they accumulated for him was £3 72 pence per year. Abi, you no understand. Carry your calculator. Divide 52 pounds 18 pence by 14. So that means every year, all he was worth per year, per annum for the 14 years he worked, is £3 72 pence. That's all he's worth every year for the 72 years, for the 14 years he worked. I beg, if this one no be Ika, I beg, define what they call Ika, give me. If this is not slave trade, I beg, define what they call slave trade to me. I've been going to Igbori. So literally, wait, I'm waiting. Okay, let's even talk in Nigerian money. 102 pounds. Okay, 102 pounds. Okay, it's okay. My people don't they call me. Make I come begin the round up. My people they call me. We are about to leave where we are. I no bother carry myself go chop breakfast. I can't be bothered. I wasn't hungry, to be honest. We need to check out of our hotel rooms. Man. I beg, if this is no wickedness, when they say we wrestle not against principality and power in Nigeria, their Bible say they wrestle not against the principality and power. John Tori alone. Oyedepo don't be principality and power. How do you explain to your children that every year, all you were worth for the years of service you put in, for the 14 years of service you put in to work for Oyedepo, how do you explain that all you were worth was just, wait, Adekomu. How do you explain to your children that all you were worth for the 14 years of service, hard labor and service, is £3 73 pence? See, if you have any family member, any friend that works with all these people, you better call them to order. Because the truth is, they are wasting their lives away. If you know you don't want these people, any member of your family, friends, that is working for people like that, is working for all these God of men, and that is working for God of men, ask to read their employment contract. You better, it's for your own good, though, so that they will not come and become liability on you. They will not come up because that kind of man now when they pay £102, say £102 543 whatever. Now you go come begin to see family. You did not help me. Look at it. I have all my children. You did not help me. Now they go come turn you. They will come they call you friend enemy. They will come they call you principality and power. Meanwhile, their own stupidity now impoverish their life. It's bad enough that they paid him pennies. Then on top of that, they say as you they work for their factory, because in a factory, as you they work for their slave factory, you are not allowed to have your own business. You're not allowed to have your own self, to have your own hustle that would allow you to be financially independent. As we go blame Oyedepo, we cannot talk about Oyedepo without also talking about the people wey carry themselves go meet Oyedepo, because na gege he open him slave factory wey people carry them, they carry their two left leg go there. They carry their two left leg go sign honor code covenants. Literally, you went to sign your life away. You signed your freedom away. Anyway, it is what it is. Oniruse, Oniyoshe, tele follow you. Thank you, everybody. And they come back. I think in the evening, maybe, I want to come and do that Canada birth tourism. And they come back, come discuss it. Okay? I was on Auntie Adunis show. I watched and I contributed a little. I was in and out of what I was doing. But yeah, and they come do them. All those cho. This is how to enter Canada, this is how to enter America, this is how to enter Kinika. I want need cho, and they come back for them. On this note, make I go shower and get ready to go back to my base. See you later. Bye. Thank you everybody for joining. Bye.